Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lumbridge Lounge. You're here with the Baron 72 and Carter. How you doing, my guy?
I've been great, man. Been great. I'm a little sick right now, but I'm at the downhill of it. Got a lot of things accomplished in the past couple of days. We'll talk about that later. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Got a lot done yesterday. Haven't been able to play as much RuneScape as I wanted to the last few days, but yesterday I got a crap ton done, which we'll talk about later too. Nice. Before we get into like the meat and potatoes and into like the JMod blog that we're going to go into next, got just one thing. First of all, thank you guys for subscribing. The 39 we already have subscribed. That's crazy. In just a short amount of time. And to already see so many views come in on a couple of our episodes, that's awesome. So thank you guys for watching and enjoying the episodes so far.
Hey, thanks so much. We love hearing all your comments on all the videos. We love answering every single one of them. So keep them coming. Don't be afraid to ask any questions with any of the guides that we pop out at you guys, and we'll keep these things coming. And we did have a little bit of a gap in between the last episode, but we did deal with some sickness. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but
we could talk about it real quick. 3 weeks ago now, 3.5 weeks ago now, I got COVID. I'm not against the shot or anything. I'm not vaxxed, but I just haven't gone and got it because I'm lazy and ended up getting COVID and did my 2 weeks of quarantine feeling like crap the whole time. And now I'm feeling awesome, man. Like I feel back to normal, feeling better than ever right now. I know you're sick now, but it's all good.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, man. I don't think I have COVID at all. Like, I'm not that sick. I'm just stuffy nose and a cough, but it only lasted like 2 days, so.
Yeah, and you're vaxxed too, so I doubt you have COVID.
And if I did, the symptoms wouldn't be that bad.
True.
Apparently.
For sure. Do you want to jump into the JMod blog? Do you want to jump into that?
Yeah, I think that's something we can talk about. Definitely. There's a couple of JMod blogs that have come out, and I think we're just going to talk about one of them, something that I myself am pretty excited for. The past couple of years I've been playing this. I mean, in the past couple of years that I've been playing it today, I mean, I've played a lot, but I've always kind of complained about how the economy has just really dropped. Like when I started this account, there were items that I bought back then that are like 3 times cheaper that you bought them. It's kind of a problem because there's so many bots. I don't really see the bots in my experience, but I see like videos online of these crazy bot scripts that people are doing to, PvP wise and just PVM wise. It's just crazy. And it's kind of breaking the game. You kind of need a really good economy, and you need those methods to keep the economy healthy. And I think Jagex is really going to pull off some cool things. I've seen some memes about it that I'll talk about later, and I think it's pretty funny, but there's going to be some changes, and let's just hop right into it. So if you look at the JMod blogs, if for those of you that are listening, if you've never really seen or read any updates that Jagex or RuneScape releases, if you go to the old school RuneScape website and you scroll down, you'll see all their most recent updates and all their blog posts, and they're really interesting, and they usually come out every Wednesday. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, keep an eye out for that. You can also follow them on Twitter to get them, get all the tweets that you need. But anyways, there's a couple cool things that Jagex is proposing, and a couple things they're not pulling. So they're just going to come into the game no matter what. But the first thing I want to talk about is the Grand Exchange tax. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure, man. I'll talk about the Grand Exchange tax. So what they're planning on doing is that they're going to put a small 2% tax on all the items that are traded between players at the Grand Exchange, because it's like an auction house. It's a place where players are able to trade money with each other and trade items and get fair prices and stuff like that off of them. But they're trying to gold sink a little bit and get rid of some of this immense amount of wealth that's just in the game. Like, that's the biggest thing, is that there's just too much gold around because drops just happen and money's just made. Like, that's how it is. So they're planning on putting a small tax on the Grand Exchange, which I 100% agree with. I've thought that would be a great idea for a while now. We've actually talked about something like that, a system like that, to be able to get rid of gold so that items don't lose their value. This also leads into other things. Instead of just gold being sunk, they're trying to get rid of items with that gold. So if you read in the JMod blog, they have the Grand Exchange tax there, and it kind of tells you how it works. I'm not the smartest with how things work, but I just basically know there's a 2% tax, and then with that 2% tax, they're going to be buying items that have lost value, and to try to help that value of that item stay above what it is instead of losing that value. Did I explain that good enough, do you think?
Yeah, no, that was awesome. And ever since they've proposed this, there's been some really cool posts on Reddit that I've seen. And I'll mention one right now. A user named Kieran Bull. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he posted something 3 days ago on the 2007 Scape subreddit. And it's titled, "With a 2% GE tax, we would sink 63.5 billion GP every day." What they're doing, though, exactly is they're only going to tax certain items in the game. It's not going to be every single item. It's going to be like the top 25 or something, top 15. I can't remember exactly, but the most expensive items in the game, like the most rarest things like that, especially the twisted bow, things like that. But on this post, you can read it, and it's saying like the twisted bow has had 744 trades at the GE, which is about 584 billion, and that equals
That's
to
crazy.
about almost 12 billion GP taxed just through the T-bow. So 12 billion gold is going to be gone out of the game, which means a bunch of T-bows will also be gone. And so it's just a really cool method to get the economy back up. I think I said that wrong, actually. The gold is going to stay in the game, because if you sell a twisted bow, I mean, you're going to get most of that money back. You're going to lose 2% of it, but most of that money still stays in the game. But that T-bow will be gone, as well as 2% of that gold. So it's just a really cool method on both sides, getting gold out of the game, getting rare items out of the game, just keeping everything really healthy. And I really am I'm really for that, like you are.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm for it, and I assume too for you, is that it makes it more worth it when you get an item. It makes it more worth it when you grind and get to that point. Because right now we're in a state of RuneScape where it's fairly easy to get items. Like, everything's so much cheaper than it used to be. And I don't know, it's just kind of crazy how much the economy's kind of sunk in the last like year or two. Along with these gold sink, this tax that they're going to be putting, they have a couple other gold sink methods that they're going to be running polls on here in the next few weeks, I think. I don't know how soon. I didn't find a date or anything like that. But there's two separate like methods they're trying to get rid of like gold in the game. And one of them is a really, really cool method that I'm actually really excited for, and it's additional bank space. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm all for that, because I've seen lots of posts in the past where JMods would say like the engine of old school RuneScape doesn't allow more bank space. That's why we've made separate spaces in the game to store things like the seed vault and the stash units and things like that. Just because they're trying to work around that engine limitation where you can't increase that bank space. But I think recently, I think it's through their Steam client. I don't know if it's going to be only through their Steam client, but I know that now they have the engine reworked so that you can have more bank space. And so in order for them to kind of merge a gold sink with that update, they've proposed that you can buy the extra bank space in the game, and you can't refund it to get your money back, which means that that gold is gone. It's not going anywhere. It's just being deleted. And it's really cool, because I thought it was going to be, not that much more. It's going to be like double the bank space, right? I don't remember, but
it's so the first one, I don't know, your first bank space is at like 600 right now, right?
So I know you have 800 if you're a member, and then you get
Oh,
8
gotcha.
if you have the authenticator, and you have 8 if you have a bank pin. So you have a max of 816. And I know that because I'm
Gotcha.
always looking at that number in my bank, because I'm always full and I'm always getting rid of items in my stupid bank. So this is going to be like one of the first things I go to when this updates is getting more bank space.
Yeah. So the first one would be 1 million coins to buy, and it would be 840 spaces is how many you would have. So you'd get like 30 some odd spaces for the first one. And then it kind of doubles every time after that. So it goes from 1 million coins to 2 million coins to get 40 more spaces. And then 5 million coins to get another 40 spaces, 10 million coins to get another 40 spaces, and so on and so forth until you can get to up to 1,160 spaces in your bank.
And if you spend all of the different blocks of space, you're going to spend 888 mil. And, people have multiple accounts. There's so many people that would pay for this space. It's useful for any kind of account. It's useful for everyone. And I think that's going to really help get rid of money.
And if anything, it's just a flex to be able to have all that space. Like, I just spent 500 mil on this. So every time somebody does that, that's a bill out of the game, basically. Like 100 mil less than a bill. But that's just so much money gone. So helps the economy because the gold's just gone. Like, it's awesome. The other one is called the Literal Gold Sink. It's a player-owned house thing, and it's a golden sink. That's literally what it is. You can build inside of your player-owned house a golden sink that costs about 10 mil to actually create, and it's another just a flex on everybody. So, I don't know. I don't really care about this one as much, but anything that sinks gold and makes it so people spend money in this game to get rid of cash is a positive to me for the economy.
Yep. And I'm sure there's those people out there that want to flex it, especially those people that host on the House Party Worlds.
Oh, yeah, man.
Just have a gold sink in like every other room. Just have a kitchen everywhere. But the funny thing is Jagex actually hired like real world economists to help them and to come up with these ideas. So like they're all for it, and I respect them for it, And I don't think anything bad can come out of this. There are a couple of memes though for it, which is kind of funny. The people on Reddit aren't like against it. They're just making up like these funny memes for it. You can tell that they're not like mad. Some of the memes are like, we should have like a Boston tea party at Port Sarum and just dump a bunch of tea, like cup of teas on the ground. Like as
that'd be funny.
Protest.
That'd be hilarious.
Just because we're being taxed now, but just funny things like that.
That'd be so fun.
But yeah.
So if you see these polls, please go and vote yes for them. We both completely agree with them. They'll help the economy, and that's kind of the number one thing that needs to happen in RuneScape right now is to help the economy. So please vote yes.
For sure.
All right. Do we want to jump into our account progress updates? Do you want to tell everybody where you're at right now?
Yes. So last episode I mentioned, did I mention that I've been working on my achievement diary?
I think so, yeah.
Because I actually finished everything between then. I got my achievement cape, and it's been awesome.
A lot happens in 3 weeks.
Yeah, especially when you're logged in every day.
Oh, yeah.
But I got that, and it's been cool.
Grats.
It's fun to just wear that cape everywhere. It's a really big flex. It's kind of weird because when I got my quest cape, I kind of had a couple of days where I was like, what do I do next? And the achievement diary seemed really intimidating, and I didn't really go for it for a while. And I feel the same way, but more now with the achievement cape. I'm just like, what's left to do? Just boss and then max? Like, I'm getting real close to the end game, but then when I keep thinking about it, there's still so much more to do, so much content I haven't done yet. Like, for those who are listening, there's going to be a Solacept tree guide or whatever that I made today, and I literally didn't even do that ever until today, and I did it for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I should make a guide for this. And it's just funny because I've never done it before, and I am making a guide on how to do it. The freaking like hour that I've ever done it in my life, and so it just keeps reminding myself that there's so much content that I haven't even tried yet, and there's still many more goals I have. But yeah, that's really all I've been doing. I've just been working on a couple bosses. I've been working on Gauntlet, getting the easy mode Gauntlet, so then I can master the Corrupted Gauntlet. I've attempted Corrupted Gauntlet a couple times. I haven't gotten it yet. Although I can do the normal Gauntlet mode pretty good. Like I don't have any problems with that. So I'm getting there. And I've also done a couple Chambers of Xeric runs. A couple guys in the clan I'm in is teaching me. So
nice.
That's where I'm at. What about you?
Before I jump into me, just one thing for the viewers, if you're listening to this right now, please let us know whatever guides that you might want us to make or anything you want advice on. We'd be glad to make videos, like especially if it's a good idea, like we'd be glad to make videos on it and make a guide. So just let us know. For my account, I'm still going for basically the same goals as last time. Like I said, since I was sick for 2 weeks, I was basically in bed and I could have been grinding RuneScape, but I wasn't.
No, man, yeah, COVID. It's all good.
Oh yeah, it was awful. But I'm still going for base 80s, and right now, as it stands, I only need 46 total level left, with 2 of them being rune crafting, which needs 10 more levels, and thieving, which needs 13 more levels. So half of them come from just those 2.
Nice.
And then still working on the hard diaries. I've done everything for the hard diaries except for the thieving one. So I need 75 thieving to finish my hard diaries and to kill Zulrah. I need to do that too. And then I'm done with the hard diaries. So I could literally be done in the next week or 2 if I wanted to.
All right, you better tell me next episode you got all that done.
Oh, I don't know. I hate thieving. Thieving is awful. But whatever, maybe we'll see. I've been working really, really hard on my rune crafting, just trying to hit 77 with that to start Bloods. And I just want to put out there to the universe, the people that are complaining about doing rune crafting, like lava runes and stuff, stop complaining. Like, it's not that hard. It just is a little time consuming. Like, I do about 5% of my goal every single day from 66 to 70. It took me 3 or 4 days to do like 5% of my total goal to 77. So I don't know. It's not that tough. We do have a lava rune crafting guide on a different channel. The one that we kind of toyed with before Lumbridge Lounge. So I don't know. If you want to go watch it. We might have it linked if we remember.
Yeah. No, that's one thing that I've always told myself, and just, it's a really important thing, is to really space out your grinds. Like, you can, every time like you really feel in the mood to do it, you can grind it out in like one day. But there are some grinds where you need to space it out, or you're just going to get burnt out. And you'll surprise yourself, especially if you set a goal in game, like in the in-game settings for your skills, and then you can see like the percentage mark of how much you've progressed through it. You could just tell yourself, like, I'm going to do 5% or 10% a day. And then once you get to that percentage mark, just stop and just do it again the next day or whenever you're back online. It really helps the grind. That's what I did with my rune crafting and my thieving, just because it took me like a week straight to get from 80 to 91 thieving. But that was still a lot. Like, I still really grinded it within those 7 days. But
for sure,
you really got to space it out, or else, I mean, it just depends on the kind of person you are. But for me, setting those small goals really help.
Yeah. Like right now, for me, it's doing 5% of my total goal so I started my goal at 66 and my goal is to get to 77. And in game, especially on RuneLight, it shows you like your percentage. And I've been trying to do about 5% every day. I didn't do it today because I had to do a lot of stuff for work today, but we're working our way there. Day by day.
Nice. Before we move on, I also thought of a couple other progress updates for me. I did get, I got 99 prayer, 99 magic. I believe
Oh, yeah.
I got 99
Range.
defense and range from the last
Mhm.
episode. So that's great. I got max combat now. Everything related to combat's now maxed. So I got that going for me. So yeah, we'll see what other progress updates I can come up with in the future. But I think things are going to go a lot slower now.
Congrats though, man. Like that's some crazy stuff. Like when you got those 99s, it was like 5 days or 6 days in a row. You got like a separate 99 like every other day. And it was so funny to watch in the clan chat. Everybody just like freaking out, like, good job, Carter. What the freak, Carter? Why did you just got another one? Another one? Like, it was funny.
Oh, that's great, man. And being in a clan really helps too. Like just having a separate chat with people that you see every time you're logged in. It really helps bring the players together of RuneScape. Because there's a long time that I wasn't in a clan and just felt like a solo RPG game. But ever since we've been in this clan, it's really helped a lot of other aspects with like events going on and stuff. I've been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. Like, I haven't really participated in the events and stuff, but it's really cool to be able to just like ask a question and people are immediately there to answer and help.
For sure. And some guy just got a pet today. It was the thermonuclear smoke
really?
devil. And
That's awesome.
you could see it when it drops and everybody just congratulates them and it's a good time. So I definitely recommend
insane.
joining a clan, all of you guys.
Mm-hmm. So should we move into your pet story?
Oh, yeah. Awesome transition. Yeah. Let's get into that. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about when we were thinking about making this channel. It's just one of the ideas I first had because it's pretty recent. I think it happened like 2 months ago, a month ago.
Yeah, it's pretty dang recent.
Yeah. It's a roller coaster of emotions. It's that's pretty much one of the biggest spoon stories you'll ever hear in this game.
It's a freaking story, dude. Like, it is insane. Like, when I got that text 2 days after, I didn't believe it, like, at all. I had to jump on game. But go ahead and explain before I spoil anything.
So, you were in game when it happened the first time.
The first time. The second time, I was saying. When you messaged me on Discord the second time.
Yeah. So, you were right in the middle of Dragon Slayer 2. And I was just kind of hanging out, watching you. You were sharing your screen because you were about to fight Galvik, the final boss. And I just wanted to find something to do while watching you. Like, no XP waste, right? But
yeah,
I decided, I was at that point where I was like, I want to find a couple bosses that I like. I haven't really tried bossing that much yet. So I decided to fight Corporeal Beast, by myself, solo. And I figured I'd just do like 1 or 2 kills. I had 3 KC already. I think I got those KC like a week or 2 before that. So I just wanted to try it again.
KC before.
Yeah, I had 2 KC. So on my 3rd kill, I was watching you fight Galvik pretty much at that moment. And I was just specking Corporeal Beast. For those of you who know Corp, you got to spec him, and then finally when he's down to the stats of a chicken, you just got to take out his 2,000 health. And it's pretty simple if you do it right. Mm-hmm. So I was just, constantly teleporting back to my house, watching, I was watching you fight the boss and constantly teleporting back and forth. And then I got to the point where I was fighting him and eventually killed him. And at that moment that I killed him, you were pretty much like at that final phase of the fight. And I was focusing like 90% of my attention on your screen. So I kind of stood there. I looked back at my screen and I saw the, what's it called? It's like the other variant. It's like the other version of Corp.
I just think of it as the little purple ball sack, dude. It just looks disgusting.
Yeah. The core. It's like the dark core or something.
Yeah.
And he was standing behind me. And I was like, wait, what the hell? And then I look at my chat box and I look at my collection log update. And I'm like, I just got the pet. Mm-hmm. I just seriously got this pet. 3 KC. 1 out of 5,000.
Yeah, right as you said that, I was like, dude, stream it. So you were fumbling through Discord and then finish.
Yeah, by that time I noticed it was already like 15 or 20 seconds after I killed him. And by the time I got my screen on, and like I was just kind of frozen looking at my screen. So I just wasted so much time. And I looked up later that I think it takes 40 seconds before he respawns. Or no, it's like 30 seconds. It's way less. Yeah. And by the time I got my screen on, and I just wasn't thinking, Corp respawned and basically one-shot me. And I died. And I was so like humiliated, embarrassed that like I didn't really get the stream on yet. And you were asking me like, yeah, let me see it. Show me. Let me see the screen. And I was just like, dude,
I died.
I'm in Edgeville right now. I'm dead. And you didn't really understand at first. You're like,
yeah, I didn't.
What?
Wait, what?
Like, what do you mean?
I think I was just in disbelief, dude. Like, I think that really was what it was. Is what do you mean? Like, you're dead? Like, what?
I was in disbelief too. I was in disbelief when I got the pet. And we've all been through moments in our life where like you're in denial. Whatever happens, something tragic, something crazy, something good, you're just in denial for like the first minute. So like I didn't even have enough time to really understand that I had this pet on my account in my collection log, and then I lost it before I even could comprehend it.
Yeah.
And so it didn't even hit me that bad at first. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And just like right after you died, the whole night changed. Like we were having a lot of fun. I just finished Dragon Slayer 2, or actually I think I might have died. I don't remember when it happened, but I died like once or twice to Galvic. I don't remember because this is my first time doing Dragon Slayer 2. But I just remember the whole like mood of the night changed because we were so excited for me finishing Dragon Slayer 2, my second to last quest, and everything like that. It just changed to just straight depression. Like I didn't know what to say to you. You didn't know what to say to me. We were just like, dude, that sucks. Like I don't know. And we literally just sat in the call for like a half hour. Yeah. Just sad.
And you were just like, do you want to do this? Like, do you want to play Valorant? I'm just like,
do you want to get your mind off it somewhere? Like,
I was just like, no, man. And I was just like bank standing at the GE while you were just finishing up your quest. I was just like, I'm going to get off, man. And I got off and I went straight to the shower. And I just stood there in the shower for like 10 minutes, just like thinking to myself, like, did this really just happen to me? And I just kept looking at like the stats for Corp, like, okay, it's 1 out of 5,000 for the pet, where the Elysian Sigil, which is like 800 mil at the time, is like 1,000 less. It's like 1 out of 4,200 or something. And I got something even rarer than that. And I lost it. And I was just devastated. Like for a day, I was just completely devastated. I even tweeted Ash, Mod Ash. I was like, is there something you can do? I don't remember what I said. But I was just like, no, I think I said like, no, I showed the screenshot and I was like, look at this. I'm dead. I lost it at 3KC. Something like that. But, oh man, it was crazy. And I couldn't get my mind off of it.
Yeah. Well, and then remember the next day we were with a couple of our other buddies, and one of them, he just made a RuneScape account to kind of just like mess around. So we were kind of like having fun the next day. You just trying to keep your mind off it and like reintroducing this new friend. Because it's like you didn't really want to play your own account all that hard. So you're helping our buddy for a day, and he literally only played for that day, which is really funny.
Shout out. He has my 300K still.
Oh my goodness. But go ahead and finish the story.
Yeah, it was just like a day or two, maybe 3 or 4 days ever since then.
It was literally 2.
Right. It wasn't long at all. Definitely less than 4 days, 3 days. So this clan that we're currently in, back then I was still in that clan. And it got to that point where I was just finding things to do, just trying to get back into it. Like all right, I'll move on. I didn't deserve it in the first place. It was 3 kills. Like, there's people that did it over 3,000 times and still don't have it. Like, I don't deserve this pet. Let me just move on. Let me just act like it never happened.
I halfway thought you were going to quit.
I wasn't going to quit.
I halfway thought, though, like on the outside, like outside looking in, I thought it was like, well, he might be taking a 6-month break from this. Like,
no, I even posted it on Reddit, and some people were like sympathizing with me in the comments. Some people were like laughing at me, and I was like, I deserve it. I deserve to get laughed at, whatever. I just wanted to share it with everyone, see what they thought. Just kind of wanted to put it out there. So I'm that guy on Reddit, if you saw that post last month, that lost the Corp pet at 3 KC. But moving on, that the clan we're in, they were hosting a Corp mass event that night, like 2 days later. And I was like, might as well just try it with a ton of people and just maybe make some money off of it. Who cares? I joined this mass event. You weren't in there. You were offline.
No,
I'm with like
wasn't.
15 other people in the clan, constantly teleporting in, doing it way quicker. We don't even like spec him all that much. We all just spec him once and then just kill him because there's so many of us. And it was like 30 minutes in, and I wasn't getting any kills. And I was like, I just want to get at least 1 kill on my name, because it's going to be hard to get a kill in your name because there's so many people attacking him. You have to get like over 5% damage to kill him or something. But
something crazy.
But yeah, it was tough, and I was trying so hard to get it. And for some reason, I got 1 kill on him with like 33% damage. Like, for some reason, I got like a third of his damage. Something huge, like crazy big on him. And I got the kill. And as soon as he died, I didn't even know I got the kill. As soon as he died, I clicked my house teleport tablet thing and was running back to the ornate pool to get my stats back up. And as I was running to the pool, I see the collection log update on the top middle of my screen, and I see that dark core pet following me again. And I'm in my house, and I stop running, and I look at the pet, and I look at my KC. I look at the chat box. I got the pet again at 5 KC, just 2 kills after my first time getting the pet at 3 KC. And people were already in the chat before I even realized it, telling me like, screw you, like, congratulations, screw you, like, because they knew that I lost the pet. So some people were just like, oh my gosh, like, how did you get it a second time? Like, you did not deserve this.
No fetching way.
And then other people were like, oh, I'm so happy for you, you got it back.
How long after did you message me and other 2 buddies?
Well, instead of going back to the Corp cave from my house, I just went straight to Ardoin, to the pet house, whatever you call it. And as soon as I got there, that's when I messaged you. We have a little group chat with you and another friend. And I would just start spamming it like, guys, get on. Something happened. And you got on, and I sent a screenshot, and you were like, no way. I have to get on to see this for myself. Like, you're such a liar.
And I literally like ran to my computer because I was doing something else. I can't remember what I was doing. Ran to my computer and like jumped on right as like you messaged, or as soon as I could. I don't remember.
It was pretty fast.
After. Yeah. Like, I was like, I have to go see this. I have to stop what I'm doing right now and go see this.
So now I have my Corp pet with me, and I know I don't deserve it. I'm at 5 KC. I don't know if I'll ever do any more KC on this account. But
don't tarnish it. No, don't do it.
Yeah. So now I have my Corp pet back. I've learned my lesson. I've gone through the experience of just teleporting right out if I'm in a dangerous situation. And yeah, maybe I'll post some screenshots of the collection log of my 5KC collection log.
Put it on the video on YouTube.
Sounds good.
I think that'd be cool. Well, anything else?
Nope.
Awesome.
I didn't quit the game for 6 months. I persevered and went through. I worked my ass off to get this pet back. I'm just kidding. I feel bad for all of, if you guys have, I mean, if you're listening and you've killed Corp a bunch of times and you don't have the pet yet, like, I'm sorry. I know I
Nah,
don't
man,
deserve
don't be
this.
sorry.
I've been so
Don't be
spooned.
sorry.
Double spoon fisted in my mouth.
And I'm over here still believing pets aren't real. So,
Oh, you'll get one.
Yeah. So let's end this out. Last things. What the freak? How do you say that? Last things last.
I don't know.
for the Reddit post of the week, it's linked down in the description down below. It's a pretty crazy person that likes Barbarian Assault way too much.
So it's posted by Elise? Elise? I don't know. It was about 7 days ago. It's titled, I love Barbarian Assault, so I set myself a goal of getting one torso for every day of the year. The largest torso collection of any player is now finished, and it's a little video on the post. It shows his bank tab with 365 fighter torsos. Most players go in there to get their torso and then leave right away. This guy, I'm guessing he does a service where he helps people get their Barbarian Assault items, so he uses all those points on torsos because no sane player would sit there and get a Barbarian Assault fighter torso every day. So either way, it's crazy. It's quite the accomplishment, which isn't very useful because it's a mid-game item that you can't sell. So still, it's pretty crazy to see. So we thought that we'd share that as our Reddit post of the week. And now that I have my achievement cape, the only reason why I'll ever go back is to help you get your task done. But I am not going to get 365 torsos ever. So
no sane person should.
Yep.
All right. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening in and hanging out with us for the last half hour. Hope you guys are having a good week, good month, good year. And get back to the XP grinds. Let's get it.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Deuces.